Good morning, everyone, and welcome to, I guess this will be day one of daily videos. I'm heading up to meet some friends at a coffee shop. Currently warming up the GTI because it is real cold in here. But I'm not going to record any of that because I don't want to make them uncomfortable. So I'm going to send you to last week when I did some cosmetic fixes on the new Impreza. So I'm going to send you that way. Hope you enjoy. I'll be back later and we'll start to get to work on the car. G'day everyone. I don't know where this is going to end up in the video that I'm doing. Today I'm heading out to get the deck lid for the Impreza. The one that my car came with is unfortunately very rusty because of the STI wing that's on it. So I found one. It's allegedly the same color, although we will have to see about that, and we're going to go grab that now. So let's see if it'll fit back there. I hope it will. I think it will. It should. I'd let her. It's going on the roof. So let's go get that right now. All right, so I didn't film loading it because it's raining outside and I don't really want to get this camera wet, but hatch is now in the back. Shout out to, do they have a? Yeah. Shout out to All Foreign Auto Parts. They got me this for a sick price. Let's head home, see if we can get it on the car. Forgot to do that thing where I figure out where I'm going to put something before I buy it. I think it's going to have to go back there. This is the first time I'm seeing this in the garage light. I mean, it's white. It's definitely a little faded, but it'll have to do. It's what I can find. Oh shit. Alright, after dragging that across the floor, doing untold amounts of damage. I'm just kidding, I think I actually only topped it off the transmission. We're gonna send this back to the present. Why do I look like the world's shittiest robber? So I lied, actually, we're not gonna go back to present day, we're gonna go back to now. Forward to now. I'm not good at timeline things, so I just got these new lights. They're at 75% right now, and I am going blind still. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of tweaking with these, but this gave me a good excuse to start working on the rear hatch. As you saw, I picked it up earlier from a salvage yard, and it just happened to be the same color white. So I'm going to remove this big ass wing back here. Probably not put it back on the car because it's rough. I'm gonna take the deck lid off and then we're going to put the new one on. Hopefully that will make the back end of this car look better. So let's dive right into that. This wing needs to come off. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like underneath because, I mean, there's not a lot of material left in some places of this. I'm so glad I have a tetanus shot, just thinking for a second here. All right, that doesn't want to come off, but you get the idea. Let's jump right into this and let's get this biggie wing off. What happened here is it kind of welded itself into the carrier, and I have a feeling this started rusting. Before the actual deck lid did. But I have a feeling we're going to see that a lot here. And when I pull this off, I'll show you the damage under here because this one isn't even held on by anything anymore. Oh God. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this wing is toast. And I do not think I will ever be putting this back on the car. Wow, this is really bad. I have a feeling this is probably like, I don't want to say eBay spec, because just looking at it, it actually doesn't, it sounds like it's the right material. This probably came from some reputable source from somewhere. it was just installed improperly, which is kind of sad if I'm honest, because it looks kind of good on this car, but we'll deal with this in the future. I think I'm gonna mount this on my wall, honestly. It's probably never gonna go back on the car. All right, so quick update. When I dropped that, it did in fact sound like fiberglass, so it's definitely never going back on this car. This is why you buy it nicer, buy it twice. In this case, oh. Alright, fuck you then. You're gonna get wrenched off the old-fashioned way. Oh boy. Oh, they gave me they just left the bolt in it to hold the tag. Oh, I don't actually like that very much. Kind of a hit or miss. So instead of taking the chance, I'm going to go and replace it with one that I got at a pull and pay. For some reason, I found one at a pull and pay that I decided I absolutely had to have. And as an ultimate test of faith, I'm just gonna close this and hope for the best. Actually, everything looks like it's gonna line up pretty well. Let's see here. Oh, I think I heard it unlatch. Couple little things I want to put some touch, or I want to just get a little paint on, so I'll have to get a little bottle of Aspen White that I can just like dab on here. But otherwise, a little teeny bit of rust on this corner over here. Really wish they didn't use what almost looks like Sharpie. Now I can send you to the future. And I mean it this time. Go. So my get-together went well. Had a great time with them this morning. Thank you. If you're watching, you all know who you are. But now I have to start getting into this because tomorrow we are going to try to pull the engine and the trans out of it. That means that everything that's in the engine bay that is going to be in the way of this thing coming out needs to be gone or get begoned. So I'm gonna have to drain the coolant out of it. I don't really want to do that. Trans probably needs to be drained, but I don't want to lay on this floor right now. Just beyond this wall next to me, it is 23 degrees, which means the concrete below me is 23 degrees. I don't want to lay on it right now, so I'm going to get up and do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not going to get up early. I'm going to get up at like 10, just so we're clear. A lot of this stuff shouldn't be too terribly hard. I have done this before. I'm around Subarus a lot, so I believe the only thing that needs to come off is the airbox. All right, I'll get into this in a minute. I'm going to have to look through and see what all needs to come off, but I'm definitely not going to drain the coolant tonight. That's really the only definite for now. And I also realized I'm missing a bolt on the strut tower. Great. Let's jump in. I switched over to the camera's mic now because I don't want to get the DJI mics dirty. I love them a little too much. And I grabbed a pair of gloves and some tools. So hopefully I'll be able to tear through this pretty quickly. Fortunately, the ooh, that was weird. My glove is weird. Fortunately for me, the previous owner, right about here, would be the AC compressor, but the previous owner decided that this didn't need to be there anymore. So on the bright side, I don't have to remove it. On the bad side, when I want AC, that's gonna be quite a challenge. So I'm gonna do belts first. Alternator needs to come off. And I will lap this all over here. We're gonna work from this side over, I believe. I think it should be easier that way. I did say I was going to start with the alternator, and I did start by taking off the leads that went to the alternator. However, I realized that the fuel lines were the only other thing holding the engine on that side, so I decided I would take care of those really quick. Really quick is not the correct term to use there because, in fact, there was nothing quick about it. The Harbor Freight fuel line fittings that I got that are supposed to make quick work of those didn't. I don't know if it's a Subaru issue. I have heard people complain about Subarus being quite difficult to work with, but in the end I did end up getting them off. It just took me a couple tries. This is the remnants of that little clip, but the fuel line is out. With the fuel lines off, I turn my attention to the only vacuum line, which is the one that goes to the master cylinder for power brakes. So we've now made it to the part of the video where I need to hunt for all the bolts that I dropped. So I'm going to end this here. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. Leave a comment. If you're new here, go check out another video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. And I'm gonna go hunting. Peace, everyone.